Hi folks, just a small video to show you how far I've came with the camper van. It's not quite finished there, but it's not just about. In 2013, July, purchased this panel van, Iveco Daily. Solid van, used to be used as a mobile transport for bars. As you can see, it's just a standard plain white van. The interior of the van and the underframe are very solid. I've always wanted to do a camper van project, and I got the kids involved, as you can see. They were very enthusiastic at the beginning, but as kids normally do, they waver. But I stuck with it, and I think the outcome of it has been it's been a very steep learning curve, but with the aid of the internet and everything else today, I found it quite enjoyable. As you can see, Andrew's in the back there removing the bulkhead. All of the wood that was in the back of the van was reused in some form to create the interior space. I purchased an old caravan and scavenged some pieces out of it. I didn't want to have this internal wooden caravan look that you see a lot of conversions being done. So instead I used moisture resistant MDF and a vinyl adhesive, backed adhesive. Found it very easy to work with after a few tries. As you can see, the windows getting fitted there. Again, bonded windows. I never went for the sliding opening windows, far too expensive. The bonded ones sufficed, and I think they give a wee bit more security. As you can see, the flooring's down, the walls are all insulated and covered. The rear seat with the 3-point seat belts in the back, and there's various stages. Obviously, I mean, I really enjoyed doing it. The wiring for the solar panels on the roof, underneath the seats where the kids sit, where the seat belts are, I found very handy to store the 210 amp batteries for the leisure, charged via the solar panel. But I say, it was something I always wanted to do. I've always looked at it and fantasised about getting it done. I had the opportunity to do it, so I took the leap, and I think it's turned out not too bad. As you can see, using the vinyl, there is some blemishes there. You're never going to get it 100%, but I think for me, in a first attempt, I think it's turned out really quite well, and I'm really quite happy with the texture. The actual texture of the vinyl stands out when you're kind of looking at it. As you can see, the inverter there, which I've got hooked up to a microwave, and it runs it no problems. The LED lighting there was a big advantage. Really easy to use. As you can see, multiple colours and strobing effects. A small thermometer and humidity gauge there. Overhead lockers. As I said, I didn't want to take the entire guts of the caravan out, so a lot of these lockers are built from scratch, using basically plywood and battens. And as I said, I used a lot of the wood that was originally in the van. As you can see, there's 2 bunk beds at the back there for both of the kids, and the front section converts into a really quite sizable double bed. The Smith sink and hob there, I think it's Smith, I think that's what it's called. As you can see, the curtain, overhead lights, spotlights, downlighters, or whatever you call them. I've got the fridge there by the 2 sides, but I've still to cut the left hand side out. There's still some minor bits to be done to the van, but all in all, I mean, I think it's just about there. The wiring, this bit in the back for the kids to sleep, quite spacious actually. I actually sleep in there if I'm away in the van on my own, and it's actually quite comfortable. I get a really good sleep in there. As you can see, there's this big unit that I took from the old caravan. Made things a lot easier, charge wise and stuff like that. As you can see, the LED lighting's right through the whole van. I removed the bulkhead so you could step from the driving seat straight into the back of the van. Again, a table that I made myself with MDF and covering it with a vinyl, and then putting the edging round it. Now, this is something that I didn't actually have in the van when I first kind of finished it off, but a few trips away became quite evident that a toilet would be an advantage, so I took the opportunity to fit a porta potty underneath the bunk bed, which works really well. And I also put a divider curtain between that and the front section of the van, which gives you a bit of privacy for getting changed, and also, that's a microwave, for also getting using the toilet. I've also got an external shower with a shower tent which the toilet can go into, which again, if you're decided that you want to stay somewhere for a while, then it's quite easy to set that up and put the toilet external, which just comes out via the back of the van, or the garage type situation. The battery charges in there as well if you're hooking up to the 240 volt, which is again all integrated through the ZIG unit. You've got your circuit breakers, your fuses and stuff like that there. A lot of the things that I've done with the van has been a steep learning curve, but I've kind of really enjoyed kind of figuring everything out and running wiring. My background's engineering, so this kind of thing is, I really enjoy this kind of problem solving routine. As you can see, there's Corey there, she's quite happy with the outcome. She gets to go away and run about daft. We use a lot of the van's basically used as a family recreational vehicle, and it gets us to places that you wouldn't normally go and see. So yeah, all in all, I mean, there's some stills coming up of the van with the lights on and stuff like that, and I'm quite happy with it. The external aspect of the van, it's coming along now. I've got the decals and the bike carriers and stuff like that fitted to it, and I will probably, I was actually looking for a longer version of this van, the iVeco, but I chose the medium wheelbase to start off with. I'm possibly going to move this one on and try the longer version of it, but at this moment in time, as I say, the reverse camera and everything's all fitted, all the usual things that you would expect to be fitted to the van's fitted, and it's all done by myself. As I say, it's took me less than a year to get to this stage. Still get some bits and pieces to do, like I've got to get the seats covered. As you can see there, they're still the standard seats. Got to get them covered, got to get the upholstery done, small bits of trim, etc., but nothing major. The exterior of the van's pretty good nick, so apart from a couple of vinyl decals and stuff like that, we're pretty much there. Yeah, so if you give me some ideas, give me your opinion on what you think of the van, I'd be more than happy to hear any type of feedback. That's great, thanks very much.